evening sa inyo. I'm back. Ang bilis ko, no? Nag-live uli ako, no? Hindi ko makapaniwala, no? Magkasunod na live. Tapos gabi uli. Siyempre may oras na akong makapag-live talaga ngayon. Tsaka sa gabi lang ako nakapag-live ngayon dahil ang dami namin ginagawa pag umaga, kaya hindi ako makapag-focus sa pag sa umaga. Tsaka sa hapon. Kaya gabi na lang. Buti nga hindi mabagal yung net namin. Kasi nakakonect naman ako sa may 5G. Nga pala, para sa mga bago dyan, hello. Hello sa inyo lahat. Ako nga pala si Aristain, isang Pinoy gaming live streamer na nagla-livestream ng mga laro. Tulad ng Genshin Impact, Valorant, at kung ano-ano pa. Follow na kayo sa aking Facebook page para maabutan nyo ako nagla-live tulad nito. At pakishare yung ating live stream ngayon para mas marami yung nakakaalam na nagla-live na tayo ngayon. At saka subscribe na kayo sa aking YouTube channel. Wala pa akong masyadong content dyan, pero ina-upload ko na yung mga live ko rito dun sa YouTube. May konting content pa lang ako dyan, pero yan kasi ako nagsimula sa YouTube eh. At meron din akong Twitch channel. Nandiyan sa may comment section yung link ng YouTube tsaka ng Twitch ko. Follow tsaka subscribe na lang kayo dyan. Nakapin naman yun, kaya makikita nyo. Maraming salamat kung nag-follow na kayo. Ay, maglalaro ulit tayo ng Genshin Impact. Maglalaro tayo ng Genshin Impact ngayon. Ulit. Kasi, alam nyo na, malapit na yung malapit na. Matatapos na yung Lantern Rite. Nasa second act na tayo. Hindi naman matatapos. Ano pinagsasabi ko? Hindi. At tawag dito, act 2 na ng story quest ng Lantern Rite. Tama ba yung mga pinagsasabi ko? So, hintayin lang natin magbukas yung game. Lagay ko na sa main. Yan. Nire-install ko na uli pala itong Genshin ko. Tignan natin kung hindi na siya masyadong maglalag. Maglalag pa rin siya. Maraming salamat sa pag-like, Krisaan. Maraming salamat. Tsaka, nga pala sa mga nanonood dyan, kung may mga gusto kayong itanong, kung may mga gusto kayong isuggest, may gusto lang kayong sabihin, kung gusto nyo magpa-shoutout, kung gusto nyo magpa-shoutout, punta lang kayo sa may comments, chat lang kayo. Babasahin ko naman din yun. Pag nasa loading screen tayo. Papaliwanag ko ulit kung bakit sa loading screen lang ako makakapagbasa ng comment. Shoutout kay Krisaan, pa-shoutout daw eh. Pa-shoutout po. Haha. Hahaha. Ganon yung magiging boss mo, Chris. Pa-shoutout po. Hahaha. Tingnan natin kung anong meron ng kwento dito sa may Lantern Rite. Sa kada Lantern Rite kasi, may mga bagong mga kwento eh. Kung hindi nyo alam, kung alam nyo naman, edi yes. Kaya din siguro hindi medyo naglalagis yung yung Genshin. Baka dahil marumi na yung system unit. System unit yung CPU na tinatawag ng karamihan. System unit talaga yung tama. Okay? Tandaan nyo yun, system unit yan. Hindi yung CPU. Dahil yung CPU, yan yung card na nasa loob ng system unit. Maliit na card yun. Tama pagkakatanda ko. Hindi naman siya masyado maliit. Paano ba? Gano'n ba kalaking size niya? Basta, search nyo na lang. May internet naman kayo. Ayan, nasa loading screen na naman tayo. Kaya kwento-kwento muna tayo dito. Kasi hindi ko alam kung ano yung pagkukwentuhan natin. Napanood nyo ba yung live stream ko kahapon? Kung paano ako naghirap sa abyss. Hanggang floor 11, chamber 2 lang yung natapos ko nun. Yung chamber 3, sinubukan ko. Kaso, namatay yung pinakamalakas kong DPS. Tapos yung buffer pa ng phase 2 ko, namatay din. Ang natira, si Zhongli tsaka si Yelan. Na hindi masyado pang malakas yun. Hindi ko pa masyadong nabuild si Yelan. Tas si Zhongli, nakabuild lang siya para maging shield. Anong gagawin nila dun? Ubus na yung start ko nun. O baka nga maubos pa yung oras ko kakasubok na patayin yung yung mga kalaban dun. Medyo matagal. nasa adi mo pa lang. Musta naman ang mga gabi nyo ngayon? Musta naman ang pala ang araw nyo? May mga fantastic bang nangyari? O may hindi maganda? Bakit ko pala tatanungin kung may hindi maganda? Hindi man ako magbibigay na advice. Medyo tagal ah. Ngayon, ang gagawin natin sa Genshin Impact sa Lantern Rite nga. Parang inulit ko na yung sinabi ko. Sinasabi ko na ba? Gagawin lang natin yun sa may Lantern Rite, yung mga minigame. Tapos kung may oras pa tayo, yung quest na kasama sila Jet. Bagong quest ngayon. World quest yun eh. Nakasama si Jet. Si Jet yung nasa Valorant. Si Jet. yung quest na nasa bagong area. Nasa bagong mapa. Kaya hintayin nyo lang habang naglo-loading tong napakatagal. Mas lalong magtatagal dito pa sa Geo symbol natin. Tapos magre-rendering pa ata to. Panigurado ako. I-sensor ko ba yung UID ko? O hindi na. Yan. Ingay nung aso. Kaninong aso yun? Narinig nyo ba yung aso? Sana yun. Yan. Narinig ko na ingay sa... Ganun pa rin. Namumula pa rin yung ping niya. Dati hindi naman to ganito eh. Kulay green yung ping niya dati, di ba? Ang cute ng bata. Nakita niya lumulutang. Okay. Ayusin ko nga ito. Ayusin ko lang ito sandali. tatanggalin ko na dito yung mga to. Dahil hindi ko naman kailangan to para sa wheel na yan. Mga kailangan ko ito. Sa wheel na yan. Ito, tsaka to. Dahil wala naman nata mga shortcut to eh. Ilalagay ko lang yung sa wheel, yung mga walang shortcut.
How about I take you on a walk?
Binubuksan ko lang lahat dahil naiirita ako dito sa kulay pula na may notification na yan. Ako lang ba yung ganun? Yung naiirita sa mga notification na ganyan. Pag may notification ako nakitang ganyan, binubuksan ko agad eh. Okay.
What they say is true. You have to see the world for
Buti nga
yourself.
ito na pagtsatsagaan ko yung sa may karakter eh. Ay, bakit yun? Mali akong pinindot. Uy. Okay. Meron pa ba? Meron dito sa may bag. Wala naman. Ad Astra Abyssos. Okay. Kunin lang natin itong mga to. Tapos yung daily commission, gagawin ko na lang yun sa ng off stream. Hindi ko na gagawin ngayon. Kasi baka mamaya meron na naman akong maging daily commission na napakahaba ng usapan eh. Okay, punta na tayo doon sa may Lantern Rite quest, story quest, yung available player. Wala ka dyan. Hindi ko pa na... Ay. 8 o'clock. Okay. Tik tak tik 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 tik. Picture niya to. Kita na hidden. Alas, ano to? 2 days later. Yan kasi, hindi marunong magbasa. Not following instructions. Takatang.
Looks like it's about time for us to meet up with Ganyu. Let's head to Eugene Terrace.
Sige po. Paimon. Problema lang ako dito dahil medyo na spoil na ako sa kwento nito eh. Dahil may mga daming nag-uusap na dito sa Facebook. Pero hindi ko pa alam kung ano yung nangyari. Basta may mga karakter lang ako na nakita na nandito sa may app na to. Pwede pala yun. Pala meron akong goal na maka 100 followers. At pag naabot natin yung goal na yun, meron akong may pinangako akong gagawin. Na magkakaroon na ako ng schedule sa pagla-livestream. Kaya paki-share na lang yung ating Facebook page para mas marami tayong nagkakasiyahan. Nagkakasiyahan naman tayo kahit naglo-loading na. Loading impact tayo ngayon. Yun. Pupunta na tayo kay Ganyu. May sasabihin ni Ganyu. Laging ganda ng mga decoration dito sa pag-Lantern Rite. Ngayon meron naman. Ay, shh! Teka, namatay ba si Naida? Anong nangyari? Bumagsak ba si Naida? Putik. Bakit wala ako? Ay. Naantok na naman si Ganyo. Kawawa naman si Ganyo. Hindi niyo pinapatulog.
Greetings, traveler in Paimon. What time is it?
Oras na para matulog ka.
Are you okay, Ganyu? You were nodding off there. Didn't you sleep well last night?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Let's discuss the matter at hand.
Kailangan mo matulog, Ganyo.
Since last time, I've been thinking a lot about the story Paimon told me.
Adeptus ka pero kailangan mo ng tulog.
In essence, someone rescued a drowning man and performed some music. If that were all there was to it, it could have been many people.
Krisan, sana
Human
okay pa
or
siya.
adeptus.
Sana nga okay pa. Sino yung tinutukoy mo? Si Nahida o si Ganyo? Kasi biglang napunta sa cutscene yung yung bumabagsak pa lang si Nahida. Hindi man lang nakapag-plunging si Nahida. Baka bumagsak yun, namatay. In essence, someone rescued a
But the
Binasa ko
tune was
ulit.
allegedly so wonderful that the drowning man forgot about everything else, even his own impending death, and only came to his senses after being brought to shore.
Hindi. Parang nawawala ako sa focus ng pagbabasa.
Perhaps there was an adeptal power at work in that music that he, as a mortal, could not perceive. Or perhaps he sensed a power surrounding him but lacked the words to describe it, not knowing where it came from. Either way, if this part of the story is true, then the rescuer has to have been an adeptus.
You really think so? But this story is all the way from Fontaine. Isn't this a bit of a long shot? Also, Paimon's really curious about how people from Fontaine think this fairy lady looked.
Maybe they imagined her having wings. Maybe they gave her horns. Then
she looked just like Ganyu. Guess that does technically make sense. Actually, Ganyu, if you had to save a drowning person, how would you go about it?
Kung ako yan, if you had to save a drowning person, how would you go about it? Di ko alam. Pareho sila. Kawawa naman si Nahida. Hindi ko napag-plunging. Pero pinindot ko naman yung mouse ko para mag-plunging siya. Kaso hindi ko alam kung bakit hindi nag-plunging. Bigla na nag-cutscene tas nalaglag. Baka sa abyss na siya napunta. Kung ako man, how would you go about it? Drowning person. Hindi, hintayin ko muna siya mawalan ng malay. Tapos, saka ako lulusong. Kasi ito yung natutunan ko pag may nalulunod daw. Pag may nalulunod, hintayin mong mawalan muna siya ng malay. Tapos nakakalumusong para siya, iligtas. Kasi pag meron pa siyang malay, tapos, ang tawag dito, nag-i-struggle pa siya. Baka masama ka sa pag-struggle niya.
Huh? Me? Well, I'd get them to the shore, and then I'd probably hide behind a tree and watch them for a while.
Get them to the shore. Then we'd probably hide behind a tree and watch them. Huh? Bakit ka magtatago?
Once I was sure that they were going to be okay, I'd slip away without a sound.
So stealthy. So cute.
Got it. So basically, Ganyu's the type of person who doesn't like taking credit for her good deeds.
No, it's not like that. I'm just not very good at explaining things. And I also find it really awkward accepting other people's gratitude.
Oh? Pareho kami. Hindi ako magaling magpaliwanag ng mga bagay-bagay.
Well, what if this adeptus in the story had a similar attitude? That would explain why she just left without saying a word. She was probably thinking something like, one was merely passing by and saw fit to address this egregious disruption to one's graceful zithering at once. You may keep your thanks to yourself.
Okay.
That was actually a very good impression of Cloud Retainer, Paimon.
Si Cloud Retainer yun ginagaya niya? Akala ko sino yung ginagaya ni Paimon. Si Cloud Retainer pala yun.
As far as I'm aware, Cloud Retainer isn't the most musically gifted. Still, we can't completely rule her out just yet. If we set off now, we could head to Mount Outsung and ask her about it. You'll be able to confirm either way if it's her, and I can,
You can,
I've been in Lea Harbor for so long now that I'm just not as familiar with the Adepti anymore. If there's anything we want to know about them, she's the best person to ask.
Oo nga naman, bakit hindi pa tayo dumiretso kay Cloud Retainer? O kaya kay Madam Ping. Kasi mas may alam siya.
Sounds
Sila.
great. And we're pretty close with Cloud Retainer by now, so we probably don't even need to bring her food this time, right?
I've prepared a gift for her to mark the festival, just in case. However,
Still have some reservations.
Cloud Retainer spends most of her days studying mechanisms in her abode. She's on her own so much of the time that the moment she has someone to chat with, she just...
She just what?
Never mind. I promised I'd help Mr. Dvorak, and now that I've made the contract, I can't be having second thoughts.
She just Bakit hindi mo sinasabi?
Traveler, Paimon, let's set off for Cloud Retainer's abode.
Seems like this is a tough decision for Ganyu, but she's made up her mind now. Paimon gets why she'd be so anxious. Okay, how about this? If Cloud Retainer tries to start telling stories about her again this year, we should pipe up and change the topic.
Tama yan, Paimon.
Wait, did she leave already? Hey, Ganyu,
Sorry.
wait up!
Dumingkay ako. Kung may gusto mo magtanong, kung may nagtatanong man kung ano yung namatay nga si Inaid. Ano bang pwede kong gawin? Wala kasi akong Wanderer eh. Kung may Wanderer sana ako, papatayin ko rin si Wanderer eh. Parusa ko yun sa sarili ko. Kasi hinayaan ko mamatay si Nahida. Okay. Healed na. Pasensya na Nahida. I'm very very sorry. Yes, F. Please. F sa comment section please. Para kay Nahida. Ganun kalag yung ano ko ngayon. Yung Genshin. Yung Genshin, ano ko ngayon eh. Hindi ko alam kung bakit napakalag talaga nito. Siguro nga may kinalaman na sa HDD ko. Namatay ang bugwet. Namatay si Lesser Lord Kusanali. Dito na nga ako. Baka mamaya mag-cutscene na naman dyan. Malaglag si Nahida eh. May hindi pa ba ako nagagawa dito? Wala naman. Tan 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 tan. I got that chichi.
I'm so tired from trying to keep up. Don't either of you need to take any breaks?
Lumulutang ka na nga lang. Napagod ka pa.
I can't believe it. Cloud Retainer is not here.
Paano mo nalaman? Dahil ba nawala yung seal dun sa may ano? Sa may entrance?
Huh? Did we miss her?
She doesn't like to travel, so in the past, it's always been the other Adepti who come to visit her during the festivals.
Ah, siya pala yung sa magkakaibigan siya yung, si Cloud Retainer yung hindi masyadong naglalalabas ng bahay. Parang ako. O kaya may yung isa namin kaibigan pa. Could she be busy with something else right now? Could she have run into trouble?
Somehow Paimon doubts that anything could cause serious trouble for her.
True. Now that I think about it, Cloud Retainer would be quite capable of taking care of anything on her own. There's no need to worry about her. Since she's not here, I guess the next step is to check all the other Adepti abodes, one by one.
Salamat naman magkakaroon ng screen time sina Mountain Shaper tsaka si Moon Carver. Bukod pa dun sa may Liyue Archon Quest tsaka yung sa isa pang Lantern Rite. Parang hindi masyadong nabibigyan ng screen time yung dalawang yun. Si Cloud Retainer lang.
Uh-oh. Will it involve a lot more traveling? Got it! Paimon has a great idea!
Hindi naman tayo magta-travel pa yun. Nag-teleport lang tayo.
Please go on, Paimon.
Our goal here is to find the Adeptus that helped Dvorak's ancestor, right?
Okay.
We can't hear any music right now, but if she's really as nice as the story suggests, she'd definitely come to help anyone who was drowning, right?
Okay. Saan papunta to? Saan papunta yung plano na to, Paimon?
Yes, I think that's fair to say.
So, all we have to do is get the traveler to pretend to fall into the water, and the Adeptus will come to the rescue!
If you're so sure, why don't you try?
You know perfectly well that Paimon can't swim! Paimon would sink like a rock!
Lumulutang ka nga sa... Lumulutang ka tapos natatakot kang pumunta sa tubig, baka malunod ka. I just think it's a bad idea. I guess I can give it a try.
Just trust Paimon! The water's pretty deep over there! Quick, swim to the very center!
Talagang pumapapuntahin mo pa ako sa malalim. Okay, hindi, wag si ano. Si Raiden na lang para matangkad-tangkad naman. Teka lang, paano tayo pretend nga pala. Dito? Swim to the center of the pool.
Help! Help! Someone's drowning!
Wow!
If only there was a kind-hearted Adeptus here to save us! Oh no! Whatever will a Paimon do?
Wow, napaka-convincing nun, Paimon. Someone carries you ashore,
What is
so
going
that you
on?
don't catch with it. I see. Show. Obligatory screenshot para sa mga nanonood dyan. Sino ba yung mga mahilig kay Xiao? Krisa, di ba mahilig ka kay Xiao? Ayun o, obligatory screenshot. Yes. Okay na ba? Sige. May pogi. Maraming salamat, Krisa. Uy, si Shenha.
How do you feel right now?
Obligatory screenshot ulit. Ay, daming nakalagay.
Shenhe! And the Conqueror of Demons.
Why don't you say something? Please don't make Paimon explain it.
Ikaw na magpaliwanag. Parang aso.
Okay, fine. Paimon will explain. We're looking for an adeptus who's good at being a lifeguard and playing music.
Oh.
But if the adepti aren't gonna stay home, then how are we supposed to find them?
Teka lang. Adeptay na magaling sa music. Hindi nga si Guisyong yun. Hindi, wag niyo sabihin. Pero sa tingin ko lang baka si Guisyong yun sinasabi ng lalaki ni Dvorak eh.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, so this adeptus is most
Kasi-
likely a woman.
Kasi hindi ko rin alam kung magaling sa music si Guisyong. Wala naman tayo ibang alam na impormasyon tungkol kay Guisyong bukod sa lover siya ni Zhongli, di ba? Makikita naman siguro natin kung sino yun eh.
And I am not an adeptus, as you both already know, Traveler and Paimon.
Oh my god.
Okay, so this is Paimon's fault. No way Paimon would have suggested this idea if she'd known how awkward this was gonna be.
Sorry for troubling you both.
Glad you're okay.
Alis ka na.
As far as I know, the one you seek is no yaksha. And one last thing. Your actions here caused others a great deal of worry. Do not repeat them again in the future.
As ever, the Conqueror of Demons comes and goes, just like the wind. Right. I didn't dare to say a word just now.
Naisip ko lang din, kung si Guisyong nga yun, di natin alam kung kailan nakita ng ancestor ni Dvorak yun. Baka hindi si Guisyong yun. Baka...
How's your training going, Shenhe? Have you made any plans for Lantern Rite? We could spend it together in Liyue Harbor if you'd like.
Ay,
Oh, I had planned to spend the festival with Master this year. However...
however what?
Oh, speaking of Cloud Retainer, when did you see her last? Earlier this morning. She set off for Mount Hulao at dawn. I noticed she was using an adeptus art of some kind to protect a mechanism that looked like a boiler. Maybe it was a gift for Mountain Shaper. I did not inquire. So we just missed her. Please excuse me for a moment. I think I'll leave the gift in her abode. Sure. Thank you.
Hindi ko alam kung bakit masyado akong invested sa kwento nito.
It sounds like Ganyu and Shenhe have gotten a lot closer recently.
Sigurado ba talaga sila na adepta yun? Bakit tinanggal na agad nila yung posibilidad na tao to?
Yes. During the summer and winter, I continued to train with Master. In the other months of the year, I have been learning to adapt to human life in Liyue Harbor. Ganyu arranged accommodations for me in the city, and also recommended several work positions for me. But when I try to blend in by referring to her as Miss Ganyu or Lady Ganyu, like the others, she says I mustn't address her like that.
No, awkward.
Sometimes I'm supposed to copy other people, sometimes I'm not. It's a little difficult to keep track of everything.
Ganyu doesn't want you to be too courteous around her. Ganyu gets embarrassed when people call her Lady Ganyu.
Oh, is that what it is? Noted. So, you came looking for Master today because you wanted to ask her about the Mystery Adeptus. Is that right?
Yes?
Yep. Oh, speaking of that, have you ever heard any music while out training in the mountains?
Music? What is that?
Huh? Oh. Wala bang music nung inaano ka? Nung inaalagaan ka ni Cloud Retainer?
A kind of a happy or relaxing sound, or a nerve-wracking sound, or even a terrifying one.
Pakiramdam ko iba magiging interpretation ni Shan sa mga sinabi ni Pangit.
Okay, I'm done. I also left her a note so that she knows where to find us. We won't miss her again.
Yay! That's really helpful. Thanks.
We were just talking about this thing called music, and based on Paimon's description, I do believe I hear it every day. Please follow me.
Oh, saan tayo
Oh,
dadal?
really? Great, let's go.
Another Coco Goat incident. Malayo ba to? Saan ba yan? Ito lang pala. Nga pala hindi ko pa nalalaro na masyado yung TCG. Meron pa lang akong 4 na card. Na character card. Hindi ko pa napagpapatuloy. Nabubulol ako. Parang level 0 pa nga lang ako dun sa ano, sa TCG. Oh. Iingat ka. Ha.
This is the place. I enjoy training here to the sound of music.
What? Ba't sumisigaw pa?
Paimon's got death.
Condolences, Paimon.
Paimon hasn't gone deaf after all. Paimon heard you when you just spoke.
Spoke.
Anyway, where is this music?
The faint sound of birdsong, the quiet
Sabi
murmur
na
of the
iba
streams.
iba yung pagkakaintindi.
These are relaxing sounds. Are they not the music of which you speak?
Music din naman siya masasabi, di ba? Oh, hindi. Never mind.
Oh. Paimon wasn't quite done with the description. Okay, fine. It's all Paimon's fault. What we're looking for are not the sounds of nature, but melodies played on special instruments.
Okay.
Oh.
Paano kayo
And a
maintindihan?
melody is?
Go on, Paimon. Sing us a nursery rhyme.
Don't you patronize Paimon! Let's get one thing straight. Paimon knows plenty of nursery rhymes, but Paimon does not sing on demand without payment.
Siyempre.
Hey, why don't you just sing that one melody Shen has heard before? It'll probably help her to understand what we're talking about.
Ang alin? Ah, yun ba yung kanta ni Barbara? Tama ba? Ito ata yung kanta ni Barbara. Fingers crossed this won't attract any whopper flowers. kanta yun? Saan kanta yun? Yun na ba yung kanta ni ano? Yung kay Ayaka, yung sumayaw siya na sa tubig habang nakamedyas?
Oh, was that from the opera that Yunjin sang?
That was a melody, and melodies can be called music.
Ah, oo nga no. Pasensya na. Bobo ko naman. Hindi ko naisip yun.
It felt like I was transported back to the past. In my mind's eye, I could see the II lanterns lighting up the night sky again. We're all there, raising our glasses and drinking to our heart's content on the Jade Chamber.
Nakakaiyak nga yun. Hindi ko alam kung bakit naiyak ako dun sa kantang yun.
As I watched Yunjin's performance, I felt a warm sensation in my heart. And as the drink reached my stomach, it went from warm to hot. When you hummed that melody just now, feelings from a whole year ago came right back to me, as strong as they were on that day. So that's the power of music.
Wow, Shenhe. That was so deep. Music definitely has the power to bring up memories. It's like a time capsule with all the special moments from our lives squished inside. What about you, Ganyu? Are there any melodies that have left a deep impression on you?
Yun na, nagtanungan na sila ng mga paborito nilang kanta. Parang sa totoong buhay lang yun. Ano yung mga kanta yung gusto? Yung mga genre ng mga kanta yung gusto yung pakinggan?
I don't remember if my parents ever sang any lullabies to me. I know some local folk songs, and a few other things come to mind too. The songs of the sailors down at the docks, the little ditties that the vendors call out in front of their beloved shops, the tunes of folk artists performing on the streets.
Ditties? What? May ganun salita sa English? Meron nga, hanip. Parang isang maling pagkakamali na sa pronunciation yan iba na yung mag... Never mind. Moving on.
Yes, that's right. In the past, whenever I heard the sound of those tunes, I always felt that they were worlds apart from me. Nenny and Leo probably view me as a non-human. And they are right, in the sense that I never could connect with humans' artistic expression and their sentiments. So I haven't been able to integrate into their community and be a part of their lives. At least, that's the view I held in the past. Only more recently did I start to realize that the only barriers are ones that I have erected with my imagination. The way those melodies make me feel isn't all that different from other people after all. They're about mundane details of everyday existence. Life's ups and downs, joys and sorrows. Even though we come from different backgrounds and have different stories to tell, when it comes down to the most common things that we see and experience around us each day in the city, in that sense, we're all the same.
You go, Ganyu! You're really making progress. You have loads of friends in Liyue Harbor when you think about it. Like, okay, maybe some are more like coworkers and bosses. But at the very least, Kuching and Shenhe are your friends now, right?
Yes, I am. Technically speaking, we should refer to each other by the conventional forms of address used among fellow disciples. But now that I know what constitutes a friendship, I do believe we are more friends than co-disciples. Thank you, everyone.
Once
the days are warmer, I would like to host you at my home in the city. Please invite Kuching as well. I've planted many types of flowers. I'm sure some of them will be to your taste.
You are too kind. I couldn't possibly.
Okay.
Nonsense. You are my friend. I have cultivated and cared for the flowers just as you taught me. Once you've seen them for yourself, I am sure you can advise me how to do an even better job next time. I will save some for decoration. We can feast on the rest.
Uy. Yung linyahan na yun, parang plantita bodies yun.
Then, thank you in advance. Wait, what is that saying again? If you insist? Do people say that? I'm not completely sure either.
It doesn't matter, okay? You got the point across. No need to split hairs. Paimon's more concerned about your idea of a girls' night out. Eating flowers? Really? Does this have anything to do with you both being the disciples of that illuminated bird?
Illuminated bird. Without catching, will be munching on any flowers.
Who dares refer to one not by one's adeptus title, but merely as that illuminated bird?
Lagot, narinig ka.
Master. Our greetings, Cloud Retainer.
Ah! There it is! The illuminated bird has landed!
Double humph. Now she has
Double
the gall
humph.
to use it rather than she, even after being chastised once already. Huh. Barely a moment has passed since we last met, and yet your impertinence has reached new heights. Very well. If you refuse to learn your lesson, one shall scold you no further.
Ito ba talaga yung boss niya? May echo? Bakit parang nagbago to? May echo ba talaga yung boss ni Cloud Retainer? Hindi ko matandaan kung may echo ba. Teka lang. Search natin. Maririnig niya na lang naman yun. Huh.
I actually don't know.
Ay. Si Kanye. Mali. Bakit wala? What? Dahil nakita ko na yung human form niya. Kung sa bagay, nakita ko na rin naman talaga yung human form niya. Dahil sa mga leak na yan, hanip. Bakit wala siyang mga voice over dito sa... Tingnan natin dito. Pinapanood akong video ni Cloud Retainer. Ay, ng quest ni Cloud Retainer. Saan to? Raise you.
One trusts you have met Shen-He. So, are you getting along quite well?
Bakit iba yung boss niya dito kaysa dito?
One has received your message from Ganyu. On the matter of the adeptus you seek, one suspects to know their identity.
So far, so good.
So, are you getting along quite well?
Okay, naging kaboss niya bigla.
Well, shall one lead the way?
Yes, please.
I still have to complete my training for today, so I will bid farewell to everyone here.
Very well. Await my arrival at one's abode later this night. On this special occasion, you should indulge yourself with some savory dishes.
Happy Lantern Rite, Shen,
If you want to release a Shao Lantern, come and find us anytime. Thank you, everyone. Happy Lantern Rite to you too.
Hindi ko lang ata na recognize yung kanta dahil medyo mabagal yung tempo. Ay, nawala yung ibon.
I see everything.
Nawala yung ibon. Layo. Teleport na lang. Di yan. No. Not that. Please, stop. Baba. Kaya, yun talaga yung ano, yung scene na yun dun sa Lantern Rite nung nakaraan. Medyo naiyak ako dun eh. Uy, may hindi pa ako nagagawa dito ano. Hehe. May makukuha na naman akong chess. May free mo gems. Sino pwede kong tanggalin muna?
Let's go get ourselves some answers.
Nice. Ito lang naman yung ano yun, tapos naglalag ka pa. Wala talaga akong tutok. Ay,
Find anything you like?
may nalaglag ba? Ano yun? Ay. Balik na si Yenfei.
Ready for trial.
Ano yun? Ay.
Everyone hold hands.
Ayos pa ba ito? Ito wala pang crate rate. Ito naman wala din crate rate. Ito may crate. Never mind. Uy, may ibon. Ay.
Is this Quaily Plains? Cloud Retainer, why did you bring us here?
Ganyu is of course familiar with the name Guizhong, but have you ever heard of her?
I'm not sure.
Guizhong is another name of Agentis, the god of dust. She was extroverted in nature and adored social gatherings and inventions alike.
God of dust?
This region was yet a prosperous assembly. Guizhong often invited her friends to visit her home, reserving for us seats around the largest stone table. Sea Gazer would always bring out his latest treasure and place it upon the table. He could be quite the braggart. Though usually a mild-mannered fellow, when it came to those collectibles he was so fond of, he always loved to show them off.
Paimon remembers that name. So that's what Sea Gazer was like.
He was an old friend and a former rival. One has many memories of him. Once he had brought out the treasure, it would predictably become the center of attention. Neither Guizhong nor one was content to let him just steal the spotlight. So we would then also present our proudest mechanical creations.
Hindi nagpapatalo pa nato si Guizhong tsaka si Cloud Retainer eh.
As Adepti, we were each gifted in our own ways, and naturally proud of our accomplishments in our respective fields of expertise. As a result, one often quarreled with Sea Gazer. His treasures were not even of his own making. He just used his exploration skills to dig them out of the ground. How, pray tell, could he compare to me, when every single one of one's accomplishments were crafted by one's own hand?
Malaan to ah. Sino ba yung scientist na ninakaw yung invention ng ibang scientist? ng isa pa scientist si...
Cloud Retainer, you are getting competitive again.
One digresses. Regardless, every time an argument occurred, Guizhong would come over to watch us during our mutual lambastics. On some occasions, she would join in, and on others, she'd take one of us by the limb and start uttering the most ridiculous nonsense.
What kind of nonsense?
Talagang gusto ko malaman kung anong klaseng nonsense yun.
No kind of nonsense were we spared. Sometimes she would brazenly opine, why argue between yourselves when neither of you could ever hope to beat me? Other times, she would make unsolicited suggestions, such as, once you two are done arguing, let's go to the foot of the mountain and grill some meat. She always sought to make everyone happy, and one must say, she had quite the gift for it. No matter what nonsense she said, one never felt bothered or offended. It also helped that she never referred to one as that illuminated bird or lady bird.
Come on, get over yourself!
Anyway, just as our impassioned arguments would reach the apex of acrimony, Marchosius would bring his delectable dishes to the table.
Sino ba si Marchosius?
Who would dare snub the stove god and his wondrous creations? At the sight of him, we would all immediately drop the argument and prepare the table for a night of feasting and drinking. Back then, one was always bothered by how the cups Rex Lapis brought were always too square for one's taste. Can you see yourselves ever enjoying a drink from a square cup?
That does sound... ano sabi mo? But one was always bothered by how the cups Rex Lapis brought were always too square for one's taste. Cup? Square? Can you see yourselves ever enjoying a drink from a square cup? Ah, okay.
Precisely. So, as you can see, even one as great as Rex Lapis was not immune to making the occasional blunder.
Blender. Hey.
Even one could never find fault with Marchosius's cooking. As we ate, Guizhong would continue to find topics for conversation, filling the table with humor and laughter. Each of those old fossils had their character flaws and points of obstinacy. So why was it that whenever we dined together, we always had a marvelous time? We would drink together from a spot high in the mountains until the moon set and the sun rose, and only then would the banquet finally come to an end. Streetwood Rambler would often remain to admire the flowers with Guizhong before returning to her own abode. The glazed lilies were far more abundant.
Streetward Rambler?
Ano ba't biglang...
That would be Ping. You probably know her as Madam Ping.
Oh, okay.
Streetward Rambler?
Wait,
Yun
this
yung
is a
Adeptus
lovely
name niya?
story and everything, but didn't we come here to find that Adeptus from Mr. Dvorak's story? Or are you saying that it was Guizhong? Didn't she, already,
Alas, long has one avoided this place for precisely that reason. The sights here are a reminder of a time long gone, and evoke much sorrow. One should have guessed that you would disrupt one's poignant moment of mourning with your incessant questioning.
Galit na naman siya.
No matter, one will share the whole story with you now.
Siya daw malakas yung...
In times gone by, one quarreled oft with Guizhong concerning mechanical principles. We each had our ideals, and neither would yield. Under the pretext of a social gathering, one invited the impartial Rex Lapis to judge the quality of our creations. But Rex Lapis declared that Guizhong's obscuro Vopus mechanism was superior. Though one was too proud to acknowledge it,
Bias.
one's heart
Bias si
one
Zhong
knew
Li.
that Guizhong was indeed the superior talent in the mechanical arts. As for the story between Guizhong and Streetward Rambler, that begins with a certain bell. In Guizhong's opinion, while mechanisms were no substitute for human composers, they were yet capable of producing simple but fine melodies. But Streetward Rambler believed music to be an expression of the soul, an emotional enterprise that could
Ganda
never
naman ni
hope to be
Madam Ping.
replicated by machinery. They argued endlessly until one asked Rex Lapis to intercede. He confiscated the bell and designated it for ceremonial use. Thereafter, one would often find them convening in the mountains, discussing music, mechanics, and all the affairs of the mortal world. But these good times were not to last. War broke out between the gods, and soon engulfed the Guili plains. Guizhong was overpowered by
Sino
the
yun?
enemy, and fell in battle. When Streetwood Rambler and I arrived at the scene at long last,
Yung mga yaksha pala
what
yun.
remained among the ruins was her lifeless body. After this, at Streetward Rambler's request, Rex Lapis granted her the cleansing bell for safekeeping.
Ito yung bell na ginagamit
To
sa
honor our friend's memory,
Rite of Parting.
one made a few finishing touches to her ballistic device. Many lantern rites have passed since then. Many greetings and goodbyes. Upon what do you gaze? The Guili Plains?
No. It's everything.
Sino nagbuboses kay Madam Ping? Saan maging playable si Madam Ping tsaka yung
like
ano?
a lantern that's lit one minute and extinguished the next. But are we Adepti so different? Perhaps as dust settles after a storm, we too must one day return to the world below.
Bakit si Madam Ping tumanda? Tapos yung iba hindi.
One has always been austere and private by nature, and has never relished socializing. One's dealings with Guizhong were born out of discussions on the discipline of mechanics.
What? You have loads of friends, and you seem pretty chatty.
Just because one is not ignorant of social graces does not mean one is fond of them. One is perfectly capable of partaking in conversation despite being introverted.
Oh, introvert niya.
In the end, one is
Sasabihin
nothing
ko pa nga
like
lang.
Streetwood Rambler. She is dauntless but thoughtful, not to mention eloquent and wise. Moreover, her friendship with Guizhong was far greater than one's own. Back when they were rivals, they would often compete against one another in the realm of musical composition. That cleansing bell was one of Guizhong's proudest works, having the ability to both compose and perform.
Magaling lang din pala magano sa music si Guizhong. Iniisip ko pa lang kung si Guizhong talaga yung hinahanap natin eh. Tas siya pala talaga.
Wait, that's weird. Didn't Madam Ping say she pestered an old friend for that bell? And she also said something about being a vain beauty when she was young or something.
Vain
Streetwood
beauty.
Rambler, a vain beauty. My foot. That bell has a sad history. Clearly, she refrained from sharing with you the truth of its origins, since the right time had not yet come.
Kaibigan niya talaga kayo.
As for her old friend, who else could it be? As soon as Streetward Rambler heard that a certain Zhang Li wished to borrow the bell. She realized that the man was none other than Rex Lapis, and that he had made an enormous decision. After all, we all have known each other for several millennia. Some things between us are implicitly understood.
Whoa! So they were talking in secret code? Oh, Paimon did not see that one coming.
Enough of your intrusions. Where was one up to? Ah, yes. One remembers now.
Pag ito nakidlatan yung ano.
The cleansing bell is powered by a mechanical art and can be used to great effect as an accompanying instrument. After the passing of its creator, it was used on numerous occasions during rites of parting.
Tama. Yun nga yung bill na
But Streetwood
hiniram
Rambler
natin.
did not acquire it from Rex Lapis for the purpose of producing further funerary tunes. No. Each time she rang it, it was to play the tune that Gui Zhang composed on it. The two once clashed over their beliefs about the meaning of music. Who would have thought that with Gui Zhang's passing and Streetward Rambler's mourning, two tunes composed in discord would eventually become one harmonious composition? Once upon a time, Streetwood Rambler also loved gatherings, liquor, and music. But after Gui Zhang passed, she preferred her own company. She could often be found sitting alone at a mountain summit, contemplating and reminiscing with her zither. Music would go from mournful to soothing to impassioned. Many years passed before she finally composed a melody to her satisfaction. In celebration, she played the tune to the clouds. Regrettably, one has only ever heard her play that tune once. Which brings one back to the matter you've been investigating. Perhaps it was during that performance that the ancestor of your Fontaine friend fell into the water and was saved by Streetwood Rambler.
Nasa Streetward
What?
Rambler?
If she was so happy with the melody, why would she only play it once?
One was also greatly perplexed by this. After suppressing one's curiosity for a long while, one finally approached her and asked why she would retire the tune after having spent so long on it. In response, she said, "Though the strings that played that melody survive, the one who inspired it is gone. Tell me, Cloud Retainer, when the one attuned to my soul is no longer here, who else could hope to understand this tune?"
Aw, poor Madam Ping.
I just remember being taken care of by you when I was young. Once the Archon War came to an end, I stayed behind in Liyue Harbor to honor my contract. Although I met Gui Zhang a few times, I never knew anything of this particular story.
Gui Zhang was quite the visionary, but tragically passed before her time. Her manuscripts still lie unfinished in the realm of clouds. The blank pages give one cause for contemplation on what might have been. Had you not decided to search for that mystery Adeptus, perhaps these stories too would have been lost to the sands of time. As of now, you know the truth. That the Adeptus who rescued the drowning man was none other than Streetwood Rambler. Do you intend to discuss this with her?
Do you mean Ping might find the topic too distressing?
Precisely. The passing of our old friend is a heavy topic that both of us are usually careful to avoid.
If I may be so bold, Cloud Retainer, could it be that this is just your own personal opinion?
Oh? How so?
I've been in Liyue Harbor for quite a long time now, and I've witnessed many farewells along the way, so I too am well acquainted with the pain of the passing of a loved one. But this doesn't bring the city or its people to a standstill. They have to keep moving forward. Someone as perceptive and wise as Ping will surely have come to understand and embrace this. Though these immortal mountains have
Uy.
lost an adeptus, the harbor of mortals has gained a
Saan
wise
yan?
elder. No loss can ever be undone, but there is always much that can still be gained. Ping has helped countless people, and will guide many others in the years to come. And all to whom she extends a helping hand become her friends. People she can admire flowers and discuss music with.
Hanapin ko yung chest na yun.
Though it is heartbreaking to lose a kindred spirit, life goes on. Because there are new friends waiting for you further down the road.
Ganya's right.
We even asked Madame Ping what she thought about adding a music festival to this year's Lantern Rite. Oh, when we get back, why don't we just ask her if she'd like to perform? Maybe we can even get her up on stage.
You youngsters and your imaginations.
Boomers be like.
Why don't you come with us? It's been a long time since you last spoke with Ping, and Liyue Harbor is always decorated so beautifully during the festival period.
Is not every Lantern Rite the same in this regard? Were there ever anything new to discuss? One in Ping could mean any day of the year.
I disagree. Each new day and each new year is different from those that have come before. How long will you simply let them pass you by?
If nothing else did for Ganya, do it as a favor for me.
Very well.
Uy, pumayag.
Then one will be off. If the other old fossils have sneaked away into the city to amuse themselves, one shall soon find out.
Bye.
All right. We
See
should be
you.
getting back to the harbor as well. We don't want to keep her waiting. Once the Guili Assembly, now the Guili Plains. Say, if we planted flowers there and cared for them carefully enough, do you think that one day we'd be able to recreate the sea of glaze lilies?
Allow one to take back one's praise from a moment prior. You are still far too given to flights of fancy, child.
Nagulat naman ako bigla.
What? Cloud Retainer? You were still listening?
One observed that you were making no effort to
Ayun,
leave,
nakita ko
and
yung
returned
chest.
to chasten and hasten you. This time, one is departing in earnest.
Bigla tumigil yung ulan. Nasaan na yun? Saan yung chest? Nakita ko na yun eh. Saan siya tumayo? Dito. Hindi, dito. Dito tumayo si Cloud Retainer. Yun! May kalaban to, sabi na eh. Hanap ng mga kalaban yan.
Hey,
Yun lang ba? Buti naman. Ako talaga mga kalaban na to, hindi ko alam kung para sa anong role nila dito. Wala naman silang inaano. Wala naman silang dinadrop.
find anything you like? Allow me.
Meron pa ba akong nalagpasan dito? Ito talaga yung pinaka inaabangan ng lahat, yung Lantern Rite eh. Bukod pa kasi sa napakaganda ng ng mga story tsaka ng mga dekorasyon sa Liyue. May mga Primus. Para sa mga yun, sa mga free to play. Sa mga F2P. Mabuhay mga F2P. Ang daming pinampamigay na ngayon na Primus. Kaso puro 20, 30, yun lang. Manong gawin man lang 60 para naman magkaroon ng pang one pool, di ba? 60, 60, 60 tapos makakaipon ka ng pang one pool, two pool, mga ganun. Kaso napakakuripot eh. Saan to? Okay. Pumunta pala kay Madam P. Ang tao. Akyat, bata, akyat. Pinapili na ba kayo sa... Pinapili na ba kayo sa mga 4-star na libre? Para sa ngayon? Kasi ako, nagdadalawang isip ako sino yung kukuha ba ako ng constellation ng meron na akong karakter o kukuhanin ko si Yaw. Pero siguro baka kuhanin ko na lang si Yaw. Yung iba naman kasi pwede ko makuha ng sa mga ibang banner pag nag-pull ako eh. Kaya ba sino yung yung kukuhanin yung libreng 4-star character?
Whoa! Madam Ping? And Cloud Retainer?
It appears you made haste after all. One arrived but moments before you.
Siyempre lumilipad ka.
Oh, bless my soul. To what do I owe the honor? How nice of you all to come and visit me.
Miss Illuminated Bird, haven't you said anything yet?
Illuminated bird.
Said what, precisely? And why should one be tasked with saying it?
Ayaw mo na sabihin eh.
Cause you're the one who's known Madam Ping the longest.
Street word. Or rather, presumably, you would prefer to be addressed as Ping?
Oh, Cloud Retainer, you are uncommonly polite today.
Given that Lantern Rite is almost upon us, the weather in the city is most pleasant, and a sweet floral fragrance lingers in the air.
Teka lang, akala ko magkakaroon na tayo ng screen time ni Mountain Shaper tsaka ni Moon Carver. Wala pa. Si Cloud Retainer na naman nandito.
Ganyu, please continue from here.
Huh?
Kasi ganyan.
Alright.
Pinasa sa disciple niya.
This all started because we were trying to help Mr. Dvorak find the Adeptus who saved his ancestor's life. Cloud Retainer informed us that the one who played that melody and rescued the drowning man was none other than yourself.
Let me think. Yes, I do believe I recall that encounter. What a long time ago that was. I'm surprised that you still remember it. Even more astonishing, perhaps, is the fact that this story has survived this long at all, when mortal lives are so very brief. It appears that she has proven herself right once again.
Who's she?
Wait, Paimon, please.
We like to call her Guizhong. From the look in Cloud Retainer's eyes, I sense that she has already told you all about her.
Albeit reluctantly, one might add.
There is no harm done. After all, Lantern Rite's very purpose is to commemorate the heroes who gave their lives for Liyue. Although Guizhong did not live to see the splendid sights of today, she was as much a hero as any other.
So how has she proven herself right again exactly?
Once upon a time, she said to me that humans were a weak form of life that she wished to protect with her wisdom. But as she interacted more and more with them, her opinions on them began to change. She marveled at the beautiful complexity of their spirits, the sheer splendor of all they could accomplish through their hard work and intelligence. She told us that to underestimate human potential would be to make a grave mistake. With the smallest amount of guidance, enormous power can be unleashed in them. And a human who has reached their full potential may well be her equal. Someone who could have as much to teach an adeptus as to learn from them.
She always had a way with words. That her mechanical accomplishments were judged superior to one's own was, one suspects, in large part due to her sheer eloquence.
Speaking of mechanics, Cloud Retainer, do you still remember that potted plant mechanism? The one that the two of you gave me as a gift?
Of course. Guizhong and one both put an immense amount of effort into that gift. It would be no overstatement to call it a testament to each of our individual technical genius.
As Guizhong once said, it takes every blade of grass and every flower to make a homeland. When I see the sight of Liyue Harbor before us today, I am reminded of this.
Madam Ping looks very emotional right now.
Ba't amoy toyo yung kamay ko?
Of all of us, it was Guizhong who was the fondest of these grand and exciting occasions. If she were still with us, I'm quite sure she would still be trying to best Cloud Retainer's finest works at every opportunity.
Liyue Harbor is always filled with the sound of music at this time of the year. If she were here, one is certain that she would seek you out to discuss and debate the virtues of various melodies.
Oh yeah, music! We've been dying to ask. What was the melody that you played back then? Oh, also, with you being such a music expert and all, why don't you join the concert as a performer?
I can make arrangements right away.
Oh, as much as I don't wish to dampen your enthusiasm, it's been a long time since I played this zither. My fingers don't have the dexterity they once did. And whenever I play that tune, it always reminds me of her. I start wondering what she would think of the changes I have made to her melody. There was a period of time whenever I started strumming, it almost felt like she was back again. Sitting right there on the stone stool next to me, chatting away. Skybracer and Seagazer too, looking just like they did in the old days. No matter how much time goes
Skybracer.
by, the moment that melody starts playing, it transports me right back to that time in my memory.
So the past still weighs heavily on your heart?
Well, I would be lying to myself if I claimed to have completely moved on. But that is not to say that grief doesn't get easier with time. Despite the sadness, I have found many things that bring me joy in life. It is simply the nature of the world in which we live that Even if one wished to mourn for an eternity, it would be a nigh impossible feat. Just look at this potted plant. Isn't it stunning?
It takes an honest and open mind to confront and conquer grief. You have indeed made progress.
Be that as it may, I shall leave the Lantern Rite stage to the youth of today.
Well, if you're sure.
Granny!
O si Yanfei. Hello, Yanfei.
What's everyone doing here? Did something bad happen?
Ah, and now we've spooked Yanfei. No. Everyone's just here to give me their regards for the holiday.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm glad. Well, in that case, happy Lantern Rite, everyone.
Happy Lantern Rite,
Happy
Yanfei.
Lantern Rite! Oh, I just remembered that I have some, work to do at Yuehai Pavilion that I need to discuss with Yanfei. I haven't been able to find a chance until now. I will leave Mr. Dvorak in your capable hands.
Wait, what? Bakit biglang
Cloud
tumakbo
Retainer,
na tong si Ganyu?
Ping, we will be off for now.
Huh? Does it have to be right now? Which case is this again? Hey, Ganyu!
It seems Ganyu still has much to learn when it comes to the art of deception.
What a pity. She has learned nothing of one's ability to carry a conversation.
Since it's been so long, Cloud Retainer, why don't you stay? I'll make a cup of tea and we can chat a while.
Gladly. This was one's intention as well.
When you next see the Fontaine musician, please give him my regards. I'd like to wish him the very best with the concert.
You got it, Madam Ping.
Thank you all. I think you've listened to enough of my nattering for one day. As for that melody, I will play it for you all another time. Goodness knows I need to practice it first.
Kailan kaya yun?
That'd be great. We'll look
Sana sa
forward to
susunod
it.
na Lantern Rite yun.
When that time comes, wherever her spirit may be among the countless grains of sand and specks of dust between the harbor and the mountains, perhaps she will look at the Liyue of today and steal a smile when she sees the prosperous land that it has become.
Sana marinig natin yung music na yun, kung anong kanta yun. Alam naman natin yung Hoyo Mix lagi nagbibigay ng mga magagandang tugtugin dito sa sa Genshin.
Alright, let's go tell Mr. Dvorak the news.
Wait, ano yun? Bakit nagbigay ng ano yun?
This is a peaceful neighborhood.
Shut up. Idagdagan yung ano ko? O baka dahil yun sa may libreng yun sa may 7 days na login na event. Parang sa 7 days login na event na ata. Ngayon na nagpakita. Lower. Dito na. Ito na ba yung oras? Sisimula na ba yung music festival? Sino? Si Kaching. Kaching! Pati naman hindi nag-cutscene. Nag-cutscene na naman yan tapos naraglag si Nahida.
Mr. Dvorak! Ah, and Kuchin's here too. Thanks for helping set all of this up.
Welcome back. Did everything go well?
Really, really well. We found the person Mr. Dvorak was looking for.
Are you serious?
You recount the true story of the fair lady to Katsing and Dvorzak.
I see. So the melody my ancestor heard was an adeptus remembering her late friend? That certainly explains why it was such a powerful and poignant tune.
Gusto kong marinig ko
That's a really interesting first reaction. Guess that comes with having a musical mind.
anong klaseng tugtog yun.
I have to say, though, it's hard to believe that the fairy from the tale is now an elderly granny.
Oh, Paimon knows exactly what you mean. Normally, Adepti don't age at all.
Oo nga, bakit siya?
Three-word Rambler, or Madam Ping as we know her, probably only became old because it's what she wanted for herself.
Madame Ping possesses vast knowledge and great wisdom. Whatever physical form she may decide to take, her mind and wits are as sharp as they come.
Pwede silang tumanda kung gusto nila. Sana ganun sa totoong buhay na. Ayoko pa ito.
Yep, Kaching summed it up perfectly. That's exactly what Paimon was trying to say.
I think... yes. I must thank her in person. That can wait until after the concert, though. For now, I need to devote all my emotional energy to the performance.
Yun na, magsisimula na ata.
Speaking of, Madam Ping wishes you all the best with the music festival. Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that she'll stay in her usual spot but listen to the performances from afar.
Wait, are you serious? Oh no, now I'm starting to get nervous.
It's treated like any other
Okay,
performance.
alright. Nope, another rehearsal is in order. Please excuse me, everyone.
Huwag ka na mag-practice. Pag kaka-practice mo, baka biglang...
Mr. Dvorak? He's already gone. Paimon
Baka
wasn't even
magkamali
finished telling him everything. Before we set off on our search with Ganyu, he asked us about what music means to people. After our recent adventure, Paimon thinks we have a lot more to say about that now.
Please, share your insights with me.
Well, we found out that music can be used for good, but also for bad. It can make people happy and moved, but it can also be sad and bittersweet. And music is like a kind of memory written in people's hearts. It can put you in touch with feelings from a totally different time and place.
Oh. Pretty much, though there was more to it than that.
It sounds like you had an eventful trip. Don't worry, I'm sure Ganyu will fill me in on all the details shortly.
Wait, does that mean you're gonna carry on working?
Mm-hmm. Just a few things to wrap up. All the groundwork is done. As long as everyone enjoys the festival activities, all our efforts are worthwhile.
Happy Lantern Rite cutscene.
Happy Lantern Rite to you as well.
Whew. That should be everything taken care of, right? Oh, no, wait. Paimon feels like she's forgetting something. What was it? Oh, it feels like it was a while ago. Shoot! Latent... Wait, no.
Bamboo
Anyway,
shoots?
Fancy bamboo shoots!
Bambusos.
Ling said he wasn't in a hurry, so if we went
Bambusa
now,
soup.
there's probably still time, right? Anyway, even if we don't make it, it's not our fault. He could have totally picked them by himself. Ugh. Anyway, let's go check with him at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Tagal nga siguro niya naghintay. Inabot tayo ng ilang araw para na makumuha ng nascent bamboo shoots na yun. Bambusel. Ay, saan ako pupunta? Kung siyang funeral parlor nga pala. Ano yun? Ay. Tian.
Here is consumer psychology.
Uy. Dito yung dalawang musician.
Mm-hmm. Da-da, 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 da-da.
What?
Da-da-da. Oh.
All right, let's take a break here.
Ano nangyayari?
Oh wow, look who it is! Are you here to hang out with everyone's favorite funeral director?
So you're just casually practicing your rapping skills at the entrance to your funeral parlor? In broad daylight? Okay.
Ay, wow. Ito yung ano ko eh.
After everything we've been through,
Yung
you
reaction ko.
don't see me for a hot minute, and you're back to being scared of your own shadow. We have all this open space, a clear view of the mountains behind and the sea in front. Not to mention we have several invisible audience members enthusiastically cheering us on.
Okay,
It's the
nakakatakot
perfect
yan.
spot to rehearse.
Yung sinabi.
Invisible audience members?
Yan na si Paimon.
Gotta say, it took me a few days to get used to Director Who's way of talking.
Xinyan was pretty spooked too when she first got here. Just like when she sees a frog, but a giant frog with sharp teeth.
Huh?
Come on, knock it off.
What's wrong? I've never seen someone look so confused before. Well, don't worry, because Director Who's here to explain it all. There once was a Fontaine musician who went around town on a mission. He came door to door for his iridescence tour, looking for acts to audition. With my words, Xinyan's chords, and Yunjin as our mentor,
Excuse me. Dumigay na naman ako. Sorry.
we'll
Sorry.
take the stage by storm with flames roaring and the whole audience calling for more.
For sure! The whole dance floor will be yelling encore! Encore! Oh, now Paimon's rhyming along. But when you say flames roaring, are you sure this will be safe?
Oh, don't you worry about that. I'm pretty experienced on the stage, and I've already informed the Yuhong of all the pyrotechnics we're planning on using.
Huh. Guess we'll just have to trust Xinyan on this one.
Have you seen Zhongli, Director Who?
Oh, Zhongli. He took one of those fancy meal boxes and set off for the mountains. Said he wanted to pay a visit to some old friends.
It's a real pity that he couldn't be around for this. As well as being a true connoisseur of traditional art forms, he's able to appreciate Xinyan's performances too.
Yeah, that's right. Matter of fact, he was the one who first invited me to perform here. To tell the truth, though, I never thought I'd really find myself rehearsing here one day.
Well, now you know. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is a great location. All of you are always welcome to come and hang out here, especially if you're in the mood to try something new.
I can speak to that. Hu Tao is always full of fun surprises.
And jump scares.
Actually, Xinyan, I have some lyric ideas for your part. Do you want to go through them together?
Sure thing. I'm all ears.
Oh, Traveler and Paimon, I believe Zhongli was heading to Mount Hulao, so make sure you're hiking up the right hill.
Hulao, hutaw.
When you see Zhongli, please pass on this message to him. It's up to him whether he wants to support us at the performance tonight, but I expect him to make time for the upcoming banquet we're planning. No excuses. You should join us too. It'll be a riot. If there's one thing I've learned from being a funeral director, it's how to throw a party.
Nasaan na nga pala si Venti? Hindi ko pa nakikita si Venti. Papakita yung si Venti dito eh. Hindi ko na kung bakit hanggang ngayon wala pa rin. So, usap-usap na naman ulit tayo dito habang naghahantay ng loading screen. Natapos nyo na ba yung, yung Lantern Rite story quest? Kung natapos nyo na, no spoilers please. Nagtanong ako kung natapos nyo na, tapos sasabihin ko no spoiler. Pakatindi. Uy! Si Mountain Shaper tsaka si Moon Carver, salamat naman at meron na kayong screen time. Bago to.
Paimon sees them! It's illuminated deer! And illuminated bird number 2!
Greetings everyone, long time no see.
A familiar face. Have you come from Liyue Harbor? How is the city nowadays?
Everything's great! But you know, if you're so curious, you can always go and check it out for yourself!
In fact, Mooncarver has been taking many walks on Mount Tianheng in recent times. I believe the sights of the city are quite familiar to him.
Zhongli! Here you are! We've brought the bamboo shoots you wanted.
Impeccable timing.
Nagluluto ka pala ngayon?
Traditionally, bamboo shoot soup ought to be slow cooked for many hours on low heat. Using Adeptus arts to hasten the process is something of a shortcut.
Wait, that mechanism. Is that?
Indeed. Cloud Retainer kindly lent me her supreme cuisine machine.
Can we not just call it a cooking machine? Actually, never mind. She seems to take a lot of pride in her mechanical gizmos, so it's probably best if Paimon doesn't go changing the name willy-nilly.
I trust that you found the answers you were seeking during your recent journey?
Yes.
Excellent. The past should be remembered, but not overly dwelt upon. Our journey should be seen as a means to take on more from the world around us. When the bamboo shoot soup is ready, I must insist that you try some for yourself.
Of course. Siyempre si Paimon pa.
Oh, Zhongli! Hutao told us to tell you something. She said, it's up to him whether he wants to support us at the performance tonight, but I expect him to make time for the upcoming banquet we're planning. No excuses! When she says performance, she must mean the Lantern Rite Music Festival. As for the banquet, she didn't tell us anything more about that, but she invited us to come as well.
As you can see, I have a prior engagement with 2 Adepti friends of mine tonight. Please, give Director Hu my best wishes for the performance. As for the banquet, since the Director insists, far be it from a mere consultant like myself to refuse.
Yay! Then we'll see you there?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Rex Lapis, the bamboo shoot soup is ready.
Thank you. I will examine it right away. The appearance is exquisite, and the aroma rich and intense. The craftsmanship of this machine is commendable indeed.
Ano mo nakikita yung itsura ng niluto mo? Ito lang yung nakikita mo. Yung malaking kaldero na to.
Since you came all this way, you should not leave empty-handed. Please, take some soup. It tastes most exquisite while still warm.
Return to Liyue. Piping hot bamboo shoot soup. Wala kayong recipe na bibigay niyan? Teka lang, bago tayo umalis. Gusto ko muna, bago ko bumalik sa Liyue, gusto ko muna ng picture dito. Screenshot ko na lang. Huwag kang tumingin dyan, Nahida. Kasi bihira yung mga screen time ng dalawang to eh. Yan. Isa pa. Yan. Is na. Balik na tayo sa liya. Loading parang pala yun. Ito na ba? Sisimula na ba yung... Magsisimula na. Naglag na naman nata si Nahida. Hanip. Ang layo ko po doon sa ano, sa marker.
I'm honored to be here on the Iridescence Tour stage. All right, without further ado, I'm Shinyan, this is Hitao, and this is a little something called...
Oh!
The Flame Lilies!
Yeah.
I'm up here blazing trails through the midnight sky, lighting up the world below. And when the crowds all hear my voice, they'll meet the spirit of rock and roll.
Let's go! Hey, you butterfly, you two buzzing by, guiding your way to the afterlife, opening the path without a fright. Oh! I'll light the fire, watch it blaze across the universe. I'll spit my rhymes, watch you step, or you'll get burned. Hey!
Si Madam Ping.
Does anyone have any plans tomorrow? With another year behind us, I think we deserve a celebration of our own. My treat. Interested?
Si Yulan.
Is Yanchuan footing the bill? I can't miss out on that.
Mga mamis nandito. Baiju. Chichi. Xiao. Pahinga ka rin. Isa ka pang hindi nagpapahinga sa mga ganyan. Lantern Rite ngayon. Wala bang mangyayari dyan sa may ibon? Sa may ibon sa display.
Master, listen!
This is Huling. Ayaw nga pala nasa sa may stage.
May the year ahead be a blessed one.
I believe it shall be.
Master, the II Lanterns,
Ha! Elementary. One shall fashion for you a II Lantern, the likes of which the world has never seen. And you must take it to Liyue Harbor to display its magnificence for all.
Hindi magpapatalo. Siyempre, hindi ka magpapatalo, di ba? Ano ba yung totoo?
Listen! That must be Madam Ping!
Hindi pala si Madam Ping yung katabi ni Shinzo. Oh! Ganda talaga ng... Hindi ko alam kung paano nila naiisip yung mga ganito kada taon para sa Lantern Rite. May banquet pa. Hindi pa tapos. Okay. Anong nangyari? Hindi ako makagalaw. Tapos na. Paano yung banquet? Eh? Yun lang yun. Bakit hindi pinakita si Venti? Di ba nandito siya? Teka lang. Meron pa ba? Meron pa. Sa susunod na bukas. Okay. Akala ko ito lang yan. Hanggang dito. Ngayon, gagawin na muna natin. Itong mga mini-game na lang. Okay. Ito. Tagal na mga interval dito. Ano dito? Ito yung ihahabulin kang mga coins. Haba na ng kuko ko. Gugupit na naman ako. Ay. Bakit yung sinasabi? Dito tayo. Ano ba? Season Mage. Hindi ko alam kung paano basahin yung pangalan nitong mage na. Chichin Mage. Chichin Mage. Ewan. Nagawa na lang tayo ng mga mini-game para sa ano. Sa lantern. Sa lantern. Ayun. Layo naman. Aabot ba ako dun? Baka mamaya pagbagsak ko rito malunod si Nahida. Okay. The Radiant Sparks Challenge. The less time taken and the more challenge coins collected, the higher your final score will become. Radiant Sparks Challenge. During the challenge, you can obtain Technique Sparkling Rush by collecting ages of sparks. Ba't parang inulit to? By unleashing this Sparkling Rush, the character will dash forward collecting all challenge coins nearby. Additionally, Sparkling Rush can pierce through the barriers of the destruction fruits. Bakit lumilindol-lindol dito si Inaida? Approach firework fruits to rapidly leap into the air using the fireworks power. Your wind glider will automatically deploy upon reaching the highest point. Tinulit yun. Waiting for the perfect moment for the challenge. No! Go back! Go back! May lumilipad-lipad sa gilid na ano ko, ng system unit. Wah! Nalaglag. Bakit ka naman nalaglag? Ay, hindi ko na makukuha itong lahat. Tatapos ko, hindi ko nakuha lahat. Sayang. 3, dapat 3K. Ulit. Hindi pwede yan. Hindi pwede. Kamali ako ng pindot kanina eh. Akala ko, nalimutan ko na nag-automatic nga parang nagbubukas yung wind glider. Uy. Okay. Fuck this up. Ice. Okay. Tama. Tama yung ginagawa mo. Yes! Ay, salamat mo. Uy. Ito nga tayo. Ay, hindi pwede. Picture lang eh. Hindi wag. Pero pwede. Pwede mo yun. Tapos ko na to. Tapos ito naman yung susunod. Naman tayo. Naka-teleport dito, hindi navigate eh. alam ko naman kung nasaan na yun eh. Tapos na yung Lantern Rite na ano. Meron pa susunod na act pero sa susunod na araw pa yun. Mala-livestream ko kaya yun. Siguro hindi ko na mala-livestream yun. Dito tayo. Ito yung puzzle. Yung parang puzzle na ano. Pumalit sa puzzle. Yes. Siguro mahirap ano to. Han Guang can leap from an upper level of the stage to a lower level via gaps, but if he falls through a gap on the lower level of the stage, he will fall off the stage, which will result in a performance failure. Okay. Kailangan kong mapalitan yung ito, ilalagay ko dito tapos i-aakyat ko siya. Yun. Kala the time of reunion is brief. Brief daw. Hanip. Okay. Parang napakadali naman ito. Ay, mali. Ay, hindi. Tama. Hindi mo papalitan to. Eh? Nakakapatay pala yun. Uy, di saan ko ilalagay ito? Teka lang. Pag-isipin nyo muna. Hindi ka pwedeng maglakad. Paano ko? Okay, pabalikin natin dito. Ha? Okay. Okay. Paano ba ito? Teka. Hindi mo... Pag-isipan muna natin. Ano itong support nito? Having Yinggong support will greatly decrease the difficulty of the performance. Reset paper theater to obtain Yinggong's support. Pwede ba? Subukan muna natin ng walang support. Ito, ilalagay ko rito. Hindi naman kasi natatanggal to. Pag nilagay ko rin dito, habang nandito siya. Subukan ko. Didiretso siya rito eh. Ayun. Kuha ko rin. Evening is today wholly alone, and how shall I return to the Adepti's home? Treasure chest. Dito hindi pwede. Palitan. Ito. Hindi siya makapunta rito. Kailangan itong gap na to. Ay, teka. Ay, wag. Okay, pag-isipan ng mabuti. Dapat ito mapunta rito. dito. Papunta dito. Hindi mo pwede mapalitan to. Tsaka muna. Hindi magandang plano to. Pag nilagay ko yun dito, tapos nandito na siya. Tapos pag nandito na siya, tapos nilagay ko dito, malalaglag siya dito. Teka lang. Hindi ko... Medyo hindi ko na kaya. What? Nangyari? Tinanggal niya yung... Tinanggal niya yung torn. Ibig sabihin, kailangan ko ba talagang gawin yung ay gamitin yung support na yun. Para lang makapunta rito. Tagal na. You must find a partner for life, for tears to wipe when sorrow is rife. Okay. Sunod. Sunod sa listahan. Ay, ito na naman. Kailangan 3K. Bago. Oo nga pala kasi dahil nag-reinstall ako. Kasi natin. Dito tayo. Teleport. Dito sa may Alcor meron mga dekorasyon sa iba. Ay, sorry. Yes. Co-op mode na lang tayo. Mag-co-op mode dito sa ano eh. Sa isang to.
What in the world do those symbols really mean?
Bakit nasa loading screen nito? What the? Maglo-loading na naman. Bakit kasi hindi naman makapaghintay yung iba? Ano ba yun? Mainipin naman. Loading na naman tuloy. sila. Ibig sabihin yan, hindi na ako magko-co-op. Ako na lang. Ayaw nyo eh. Tayo sa may tranquil waters. Tranquil. Fortify, show me the Mura. Okay. Dangerous vortex. Now. Ito tayo. Okay. 260 coins. 820. Kulang pa para maging 3,000 yun. Loading uli.
The weather is lovely. Lord, things are about to start getting lively again.
Okay. Ito isa. Tapos itong iba. Uy, ano to? Ah, yung ano. Yung design na nasa Liyue Harbor. Baka 800 lang. Kunti pa pala. Mamaya na to. Ito muna tayo. Dapat mapa 3,000 natin to. Ito na naman. Let's go. Ay, pumula bigla. Mga pulis. Ay, shucks. 263. Alright. 3,000 din. Primo gems ulit. Ngayon ko na nalaman na pwedeng ano to. Pindut-pindutin.
There is lovely and warm. Things are about to start getting
Okay. Sunod naman dito.
lively again.
Sa baba to eh. Ayos na. Dito na. Yung pinakamalapit teleport waypoint.
Everyone hold hands. Yeah. Rest and rebuild. Hey.
Shine down!
I see everything. Hold the line. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Ha.
escape.
Allow me.
Tapos ko na rin lahat. Pati yung minigame, pati yung Lantern Rite. Pero hanggang dito muna tayo. Maraming salamat sa mga nanood. Hanggang sa susunod uli na live natin.
If you're not sure what to do
Bye-bye.
next, how about I take you on a
Good night
walk?
sa inyo lahat.